How to manually correct the exposure of a video inside Davinci Resolve version 17. So here's the video. Currently the effect is turned off and the video is brighter and it's darker. You can barely see anything, and then it's brighter again. So let's see how to make it more constant. And now it's showing with the correction. As you can see, it's much brighter all the way. Let's go here to the color tab, and here we have a lot of keyframes which are on this one, keyframes. We have more icons here. So go to keyframes. You can use this one to make this window larger. Click on that one. Let's go here and move it all the way to the left. So these are the keyframes that were made. I will select all of those keyframes and press delete to delete them. Okay, now let's start from the beginning. Let's go there. By the way, I have 3 clips on the timeline. Alt and F is hiding and showing these. So I have to do the correction for each of those 3 clips. If I move the playhead here and press home, then the playhead will jump totally to the beginning of all of the clips. So home, and now this one is selected. So this one is darker. And we have these icons up here. Go to this one, color wheels. You can reset all of the settings from this one. Currently it has some modification because the red dot is showing it. So reset it. Now it has nothing. Okay, it has 3 dots here. Go to the first one. And it has this shadow. Simply drag this number or that text and move it to the right. Nothing is visible because the effect is disabled from here. Bypass color, now it's enabled. So if I drag shadow to the left, this one, the image is darker, and if to the right, the image is brighter. Okay, so that is good for that tiny clip because it's a very short one. Let's go to the next one. Let's reset back that one also to the default settings. So I will modify only the shadows. Drag the shadows up to 100 because in this case it looks good. Go to the third clip. Reset back one to the default settings also. And here I will also use just the shadows. I will increase it to 100. Okay, so now those 3 clips look identical. The first 2 are very short. Now I will move forward. Simply drag this playhead. If you want, you can move it to the right to zoom in a little bit. Okay, and here is too bright and there is darker. So to make it even brighter, because shadows is at maximum, we can use here at gamma the first one, which is white. And if you want, you can drag that one to the right. So this has to be dragged left and right. And let's say 0.10 is okay. Move to the right and see where it's getting different. Here is already too bright, so go back a little bit, let's say there, and add another keyframe here by pressing Ctrl and left square bracket. And a keyframe was added. You can also add a keyframe by right-clicking here onto the corrector and add dynamic keyframe. The keyframe is visible here at mark and add keyframe. Ctrl and left square bracket is the hotkey for that one. So we added 2 keyframes, and from this keyframe, let's move forward. Here it is already too bright, and in this case I will reset this one just by double clicking on it, and it already looks better. Let's zoom in a little bit even more. Move this one to the left and let's check it. So here's brighter, here's a little bit darker. So let's go to the next keyframe by pressing the right square bracket, that one, and let's increase the brightness there a little bit. Drag that left number at gamma, right square bracket again to go to the right. To jump to the next keyframe that is visible here in the menu, playback, next, and keyframe, so it's right square bracket. Okay, let's analyze it forward. It seems to be okay. Let's zoom out a little bit, move forward, use this one to move everything to the right. So here is a bit darker and then brighter. Let's say here where it's a little bit brighter, add the keyframe, Ctrl and left square bracket, move to the position where it's darker, let's say there, increase, let's say this brightness, 0.5, and go to the next brighter area, and then simply click on it and type in 0, and now it gets darker. And if we verify it, it's evened out. For example, here is too bright, so go to the first position where it starts to get brighter, add a keyframe by Ctrl and left square bracket, go to the first position where it's very bright, reduce the, let's see, the shadow, that will make it a little bit darker, go forward, and if you want you can increase the brightness. So I decrease the brightness in the point where it was brighter. I decrease the brightness by lowering the shadows. By the way, this is not showing the number gradually, so if I move the playhead, it's not showing this number increasing and decreasing, it is jumping between them. So if I position it, let's say here, between this and that, it's showing one value. If I position between this and that, it's showing a totally different value. So it's not gradually increasing it. Okay, now let's search for a location where there is a flip, because there is much more visible. Let's say here. So let's position it here, add a keyframe, Ctrl back square bracket. Go to, let's say, this point because it seems to be pretty dark. Let's say there. Increase all the brightness that you can use without making the image too ugly. Let's say somewhere there. Zoom in a little bit. Go to the next point where it's the brightest, somewhere there. Type in 0 to this one. It already looks better, but there is a big difference between this and that. So left square bracket to go to the previous one. Make it even brighter. Let's say that much. And right square bracket, let's say at that point, we can make the image darker a little bit. And it's more even. Let's say somewhere here we can make it darker by decreasing this number, and automatically it will add a keyframe. Here it's a little bit too bright, decrease the shadows, and it's not perfect, but it's corrected. Here is too dark. Somewhere here is too bright. And let's double click on shadows to reduce it to 0. And that's it. So that's with the correction, and by clicking on that one it's bypassed. That's without the correction. It's a huge difference. With, without. Okay, so that's how to correct your videos manually. This is a long process. Thanks for watching and bye bye.